Hey nerds, Alex here from Nerds Being Geeks. Daddy Dragon has just arrived. That's right, I won this very unique dragon badge. I want to do something a little different with the format this time, but I wanted to show the deck laid out like this and this custom trading post GLC badge. That's right, if you don't know, the trading post makes their own custom badges. This is the dragon one. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure which way it goes. I think it goes like this, but it kind of looks like a Digimon. Either way, I won my dragon badge. All right, so get a good look of the deck like this, because I'm gonna do something different. All right, so I want to do something a little different. I have been getting a few people reaching out to me asking me, hey, can you send me the full deck list, because they can't read every single card within the video. So I follow a YouTube channel called Team Moo Moo Milk, and they are a GLC group of friends that show off these really unique GLC decks. It's not just the special whales, it's not just the hops colorless. It's like decks that are like kind of out there, that are different but also can be pretty competitive. They've done some really cool like rapid strike water, and they've also done like a colorless birds deck review, and they show off their decks kind of in this way. And I'm going to give it a try so we can kind of talk about every single card, whether it's for a longer period or a short period. So, all right, so we're going to start with Raging Bolt. Obviously, this card is just insane. That Thunderburst Storm has really changed how people play basic Pokemon in this format. Gone are the 60 HP Pokemon, because they're easily going to get sniped turn one if Dragon's going second, if they're able to get 2 energies on this. And it's pretty easy to get 2 energies on this turn one. So yeah, Raging Bolt. Game changer for Dragon, and I used it quite a bit. Every single match, I'm pretty sure I Thunderburst Storm. And if you know me, I am not a fan of reverse hollows, but man, oh man, this thing looks good. I love like the mirror reverse hollow. All right, next up, Drampa, mostly for that Berserk. That's 160 for 2 energies. You just need to have 1 damage counter on any of your bench Pokemon. Really good. Dreepy and Dracloak. Recon Directive is very good. The only problem is I kept forgetting to do it. I forgot at least 4 or 5 turns to use Recon Directive. So going forward, I know to utilize this better. When I used it, it was pretty good. Next up, I play the Haxorus line. Nothing special to talk about. I mean, this Ultra Evolution, for 1 energy, if I flip heads, I search my deck for a Haxorus and I put it on there. So it can be a rare candy on a coin flip. Fracture, Unnerve ability, just kind of like a bench barrier, but isn't affected by an item or supporter card, so you don't have to worry about it getting bossed up. And Haxorus, bring down the axe. If your opponent's active Pokemon has any special energies attached to it, it's knocked out. Yeah, this format is just filled with special energies. I mean, this one-hit KOs, almost anything in the colorless deck. Snorlax Unfazed Fat is not affected by this, but for 1 more energy, you're doing 230. And the problem with Dragon Pulse is you have to discard the top 3 cards of your deck. That is definitely a theme within this Dragon deck. You will be discarding the top card of your deck quite often. Next up, I'm playing the Dragon Knight line. Signs of evolution. Search your deck for a Dragonair or a Dragon Knight. Put it in your hand. That's pretty good. Really will not be using Dragonair too much. I just want to talk about this Dragon Knight. Oh, the pattern is actually a McDonald's promo that my 2-year-old daughter at the time pulled. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to build a dragon deck with this in it because my daughter pulled it. So it's pretty special to me. Really cool, like cracked ice art or hollow on it. That Jet Cruise ability saved my butt. I will get into it later, but that is an amazing ability. I know a lot of people play the one that lets you search your deck for a supporter, but this thing has an ability that you will use and you'll actually be able to attack with it, unlike the other Dragon Knight that gets used in GLC. 180 for 2 energy, but you have to discard the top 2 cards of your deck. All right, my last set of Pokemon is the Garchomp line. Gibble is only 50 HP. The Ascension can be really good, but 50 HP on a basic is sketch. Like I was saying, if you're facing a mirror dragon deck, this thing's gonna get knocked out really quick before you get to do anything with it. So maybe change this one out to a higher HP one. Obviously, one of the heart of the cards, nice. The heart of the deck is this Dragon Call, where you can just search your deck for a dragon Pokemon every turn. Incredible, great to set up. What can I say? It's basically a staple in almost every dragon deck. I say almost every because there's a basic dragon deck that's going around that's getting quite popular. I'm not a big fan of it, but to each their own. Great card. And then this Garchomp, Sonic Slip. Once we evolve it, it's invulnerable for a whole turn. 2 energy, you're doing 160. However, that's right, you guessed it. You got to discard 2 cards from the top of your deck. Yeah, so that's 3 attackers that make you discard from the top of your deck. All right, so with Dragon, you're going to have a ton of different energies. I play 2 water, 2 lightning, 2 fighting, 2 metal, double dragon, blend, aurora, and counter. The aurora should probably be, I believe it's the rainbow that does damage. So you attach it and your Drampa you attach it to a different Pokemon besides your Drampa, and now your Drampa is activated to be able to hit for like 160 for 2. So probably switch that out, but that's where it is right now. All right, moving on to items. Hisuian Heavy Ball, Level Ball, Ultra Ball, Nest, Escape Rope, Tag Call to get that Guzmahala out, Spear Energy Retrieval, Evo Soda. I play Rainbow Brush because you should do an energy attachment every turn, even if it is not the correct energy for that Pokemon. With Dragon, you're playing so many different types of energy, but this allows you to choose an energy card attached to one of your Pokemon, search your deck for a basic energy card, and switch it with that card, and shuffle the first energy back into the deck. So, if you're playing, just for example, if you're playing the Haxorus line and all you have is a water energy in your hand, and you don't have anywhere else to put it, you can at least put it on here. If you have this in your hand, boom, play it, search your deck for a fighting energy, put the water back in the deck. It's just another way to search out the energy that you need while still doing your attachments for turn. Rescue Stretcher, Evolutionary Incense, Versus Seeker, Professor's Letter, Special Charge to recycle all this special energy, Rescue Carrier because you're most likely going to get your little guys knocked out pretty early. This is just a way to recover them so you can evolve into them later. Serious treasure and rare candy. So tools, muscle band to hit some of those numbers, because dragon does not hit 200 damage, and that's starting to become the benchmark with all the whales out there. So muscle band can get you up to 200 if you're attacking with the Dragonite, but you know, let you get to 180, let you to get to, you know, some of these higher numbers. Floatstone just to get that pivot, mostly for Drampa. I also play Viridian Forest because you're doing a lot of different energies, like I've said. This gives you the opportunity to search out the energy that you need that turn. Stormy Mountains, just to get those basic guys out. I also play Gladion because there is so many evolutions in this deck, you are bound to prize some. So just a way to get some of those evolutions out. Crispin for that double energy attachment. Once again, energy search for a bunch of the different energies that you need. Play Lance, just let you get 3 dragon Pokemon, reveal them, put them in your hand. Cynthia, because it's a staple in like every one of my decks. Of course, is Tenacity, let you get that Stadium and a special energy if you would like, or basic energy, whatever you want to do. Boss's Orders. Don't see this get played too often, but it is another way to get a double energy attachment on your dragon Pokemon. Giovanni's Charisma. Put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. If you do, attach an energy card from your hand to your active. So you can attach for turn and then bump an energy from your opponent and do a second energy attachment. All of my attackers basically only need 2 energy, so this could power up any of my attackers in 1 turn. Raihan, just to get that energy back and search for whatever I need. Guzmahala, yeah, it's all about that special energy again. And Stadium card. Tool maybe, but definitely it's the searching for the double dragon. Lucamine for recovery. And Clara for recovery. Hilda, an amazing new card. I've seen some people say this card is not very good. I completely disagree. This card is insane. Search your deck for an evolutionary Pokemon and an energy card. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. This is insanely good for any evolving deck and one that plays a bunch of special energy. Incredible card. It is skyrocketing in price because it's that good. And also super playable and standard from what I hear. And Arven, an item and tool search. That is my dragon deck. I would recommend more recovery. Probably like, I believe it's Lana's Aid, Lana's Fishing Rod. I'll put it up on the screen. It's a recovery card. I believe it lets you get 3 in any combination of Pokemon and energy from the discard pile into your hand. I believe that's what it is. Probably needs a maybe a Night Stretcher, a Super Rod, Ordinary Rod. When all of your attackers are discarding the top cards of your deck, you're gonna want a ton of cards to get them out of the discard pile back into play somehow. So if there's anything to change, if you're gonna build this deck, put more recovery cards in there. If I remember correctly, we did 3 rounds. I believe I faced a colorless deck. I faced a lightning deck, then a colorless deck, and then a dark poison build. I will say the lightning and the colorless were pretty quick games. They're solid. The dark poison deck really messed me up because they played this Galarian Obstagoon that does like 80 damage, and it doesn't let your opponent attack with any basic Pokemon. So if you're playing a dragon build that's all the basics, that new one that's going around, you might have a hard time facing that Obstagoon. You're going to want to try and snipe it and hope they don't recover it. I was definitely drawing like a potato in that last game, and that Obstagoon really messed me up. I was able to get around it with the Jet Cruise ability. You know, I switched out I believe I had a Drampa in the active. Dragon. Okay, so let me start back over. Yeah, so they also put my Raging Bolt to sleep. I was not waking up at all, but I wasn't able to wake it up. I got knocked out. I know I had Drampa in the active at one point, and I could not attack. Luckily, the Jet Cruise got me out of that, and I was just able to use Dragonite to finish the game because of Jet Cruise, because I couldn't find any energy either. It was really bad, but I was able to pull it off and went 3-0. That dark deck was definitely a challenge. That card can be a menace, so I say start playing that if you're a dark player, and look out for it if you're not and you're playing a bunch of basics. So anyways, guys, that is my dragon deck. I won my dragon badge with this. 3-0. I was pretty excited. Love it. Let me know your thoughts. You know, I talked to a few people in the community, like Spence from Turbo Blaze. You know, he's one of the creators of that basic dragon deck. I just like to evolve Pokemon. I think that's a lot of the fun of playing Pokemon cards and the video games. I can sweat, but I don't like to get sweaty with GLC. My league isn't hyper competitive like Full Grip. They don't follow the meta. They play the cards they like. And I like to find a nice middle ground between finding a solid competitive build and playing cards that I like. And I think I do that pretty well, and it's worked out for me pretty well as well. Is this BDIF? Absolutely not, but I had a blast playing it. It's a fun deck. Dragons can definitely be intimidating with all of the energy cost, but it worked out. So let me know your thoughts. That's my dragon deck. Appreciate you guys watching. Daddy Dragon is checking out. Hey, Daddy Dragon here. I also forgot to talk about my sleeves. I play these gold sleeves. Or where's it? Show Pokemon. Yeah, here. No, you. Yeah, you're good. I think the gold looks really sweet with, you know, the bronze color of the dragon logo. And that's why I play. I was also able to find this kind of tan colored box, and I think it goes pretty well with the dragon color. Keep some extra sleeves in there. So, yep. I like to show that off when I can because I'd love to color coordinate my GLC decks. Anyways, Daddy Dragon out. Later.